If there's one sport where absolutely anything can happen, seriously anything at any time, it's golf. Alligators lounging on greens like they're sunbathing, iguanas snacking on golf balls, and snakes slithering into action as if they're part of the tournament. This isn't your typical Sunday game. It's chaos disguised as a sport, and you can't look away. What's the craziest thing you've ever seen on a golf course? Let's start with the Gator on the 11th green.
Going nowhere near that fella.
So here we are, you're lining up your putt, the crowd is hushed, and then bam, there's a massive gator just chilling on the green like it's his private sunbathing spot.
That's right at the 11th green and on.
And the announcers? Oh, they're treating it like it's the most normal thing in the world. He's after something, they say, with all the calmness of someone narrating a cloud passing by. Meanwhile, I'm sitting here thinking, after what? A snack? A golf ball? A person? The mix of a deadly predator and one of the calmest sports on earth is just too much. It's like someone spiced up golf with a dose of Jurassic Park. Honestly, I'm torn. Are these golfers brave for staying on the course? Or is the Gator the real MVP for crashing the game with zero fear? Next is the legendary tripod Gator.
Check it. Oh, this poor fella hasn't got an arm.
Alright, so imagine, you're out on the course, trying to focus on your game, and suddenly this giant three-legged gator strolls by like he owns the place.
He hasn't got a leg.
Is that Stumpy?
That's Stumpy.
Let's call him Tripod or Stumpy, and honestly, he's a bit of a legend. He's missing a leg, don't ask me how that happened, and he's just out there living his best life. I mean, it's wild enough seeing a gator on a golf course, but a three-legged one, that's next level.
The famous alligator
he's the
here?
famous one.
The crazy thing is how calm everyone is about it. The announcers are like, oh, there's Tripod again, as if he's part of the staff or something. Meanwhile, I'd be halfway to the parking lot, but you have to admit, he's kind of inspiring. Losing a leg didn't slow him down, and now he's basically the king of the green. Tripod's got swagger, and honestly, I respect it. On number 3, we have Monitor Lizard Showdown.
Is that another one of those water monitors?
Okay, so you're out there trying to play a round of golf, focusing on your swing, and suddenly this giant monitor lizard strolls onto the course like it owns the place. These things look like mini Komodo dragons. Huge, scaly, and not the kind of animal you want to mess with.
It certainly is. I guess they're relatives of the Komodo dragon.
I mean, at what point do you just say, you know what, maybe this hole isn't worth it? The golfers were smart though, they just kept their distance and let the prehistoric looking creature do its thing. Honestly, what else can you do? It's not like you're gonna shoo it away with a golf club.
You see a lot of them. Monitor lizards.
The absurdity of trying to concentrate on a game while something that belongs in a nature documentary wanders around is just hilarious. Like, can you imagine explaining this to someone? Oh yeah, the course was great, except for the dinosaur blocking the fairway. If you ask me, golf courses that double as wildlife sanctuaries make for some of the most entertaining moments.
What do you do with them? You leave them alone.
Forget bogeys and birdies. This is about who can survive the Jurassic Park experience. Can't miss how an innocent turtle got stuck in a risky situation.
Look at those guys.
Water. Oh dear. That turtle is on the wrong end.
Sometimes the golf course is no less than a safari park. Here comes a turtle too. Oh man, this one is brutal. This poor turtle is just trying to mind its business, and along comes a gator, looking like it's deciding between lunch and a light snack.
With that alligator. Although, perhaps is he just transporting?
For a second you're like, wait, is the gator helping it get to the water? But nah, let's be real. It's definitely not a goodwill gesture. Nature is savage, and the golf course doesn't play favorite.
A gesture of goodwill?
The tension in that moment is wild, though.
I doubt it. Oh boy. That looks like dinner.
You're rooting for the turtle to make it, but you also can't look away because it's like watching a real-life National Geographic special. And what's crazy is how the golfers and spectators just roll with it. Meanwhile, I'm over here thinking, if this is what's happening on the course, I'd rather be in the clubhouse. Sometimes the animal kingdom reminds you it's just as cutthroat as the competition. Next, we have Iguana, the ball thief.
Oh, look at that, the iguana trying to eat his ball at 16.
Now, this is one for the books. You're on the 16th green, lining up your putt, and out of nowhere, an iguana waddles onto the scene and decides your golf ball looks like a snack.
Come on, push it back to the hole. We've seen the seagull.
It's chewing on the thing like it's a piece of fruit, and all you can do is stand there, stunned, like, is this actually happening right now? It reminded me of that famous seagull incident from 1998, you know, the one where a seagull picked up a ball and dropped it into a lake. At least the iguana didn't do that. Honestly, moments like this are why I love golf. It's not just a sport, it's a comedy show starring the most random cast of characters. Watching an iguana try to digest a golf ball might not be part of the rules, but it's definitely unforgettable. This bold move by Cody Gribbles is worth mentioning.
A moment ago, Cody Gribble at 6. Well, you know what? At 4 over par, you take.
Now, this one takes guts, or maybe just a bad day on the scorecard. Cody Gribble, sitting at 4 over par, walks right up to a gator and taps its tail. Like, what? Who does that? It wasn't even a cautious nudge. It was the kind of casual swat you'd give your buddy to say, "Move over, dude." And the gator? It slithered into the water, probably just as confused as we were.
You take some chances.
You know, the gator needed to look like he needed some exercise. I don't know.
Was Cody fearless, or was he just done with the day? Because if I'm 4 over par, maybe I'd start making bold choices too. But come on, this isn't golf anymore. This is a gator wrangling sideshow.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Oh,
Can you imagine explaining this to someone who doesn't watch golf? Oh yeah, just another day on the course. Hit some balls, moved a gator, no big deal. Cody, my guy, you've set the bar for audacity. Coming up next is how a turtle stole the show.
Are you kidding me? The turtle getting the reaction from the crowd.
Now this one is pure comedy gold. A turtle slowly, and I mean slowly, makes its way onto the green in the middle of a game.
He might lay a few eggs alongside it.
This is a tough group. There you go.
You'd think the crowd would be annoyed by the delay, but nope. They're loving it, cheering this little guy on like he's the underdog in a championship match. And then, to top it all off, it looks like the turtle might be laying eggs right there on the green. Like, talk about stealing the spotlight.
Usually, yeah.
That's what I think of you.
What gets me is how chill the whole thing is. Golf is supposed to be this serious, quiet sport, and here's a turtle completely derailing the game in the most low-key way possible. It's like the turtle said, you know what? I'm part of this now. Honestly, it's kind of impressive how much chaos such a slow-moving creature can cause. Lastly, we have snakes on the course. So, imagine you're lining up your shot, trying to focus, and suddenly, a black snake slithers onto the green like it's a part of the game.
Let's go to the last here now.
uh-oh, watch out. What's this behind him?
Now, black snakes aren't venomous, but when you see something long, black, and moving toward you, your first thought isn't exactly, oh, how harmless. The golfers' reactions were a mix of get me out of here and wow, look at that. Some backed away like the ground was lava, while others just stood there, fascinated.
I don't know. He's fast.
The announcers had fun with it, calling it an extra hazard. But let's be real, no one is sticking around to take that shot calmly. I mean, golf is stressful enough without a reptilian surprise slithering into the mix. Harmless or not, snakes on a golf course are an unwelcome twist no one signed up for. Which of these wild moments stood out to you the most? Let us know in the comments below.